porch with our turkey on this cold, dreary day before Thanksgiving. Look at been all rainy and nasty and muddy. But anyways, we are out here and I've got the smoker smoking and got our turkey going. So let's take a look at it. All right, guys, here we go. This is our smoker going. Got our turkey in here. Got it all covered with a little bit of seasoning on the top. Not necessarily the bottom. It's going to be smoked, so I'm not too worried about the seasoning. Got that smoke rolling. Got that water going. It's going to be great. Got the temperature set. Don't know if you can see that. 140 degrees. It's on smoke. All right, good morning, guys. We just wanted to come today and just tell you Happy Thanksgiving. If you're from the United States, then you're celebrating Thanksgiving today. Today is Thursday. This video should go live on Friday, but happy late Thanksgiving. But if you're not from the United States, Thanksgiving is a time where we get together with our family and celebrate everything that we're thankful for. When the United States was founded, they sat down and had a dinner together, and we're thankful. At least that's what we were told in history class. But anyways, we love this time of year. The weather's getting cold. The leaves have fallen off the trees. Deer season is kind of wrapped up for your gun season, and we have a lot to be thankful for this year. We were sitting out here talking. Those of you that watch our channel know that we love our porch sitting, and so of course we were sitting on our swing, just out here solving the problems of the world and talking about Thanksgiving and what it means for us this year. 2020 has been a super tough year. The year started out very tough for our family, and we experienced a loss of my brother-in-law and a super dad and super husband, and that was really tough on our family. And then we've since lost Chelsea's grandma, and then COVID hit, and it's hard to see thankfulness in the heartache and the brokenness that comes with the year as well. But we made it a point today to sit down and think about the things that we were thankful for, and I'm always glad when we do that, because one of the things that we say around here, it actually started at Christmas last year. I made my wife a journal that talked about, and it was out of leather, and I took and printed on the outside, or I stamped on the outside, about living a good journey, and that's kind of stuck with us over this last year. Just making sure that what we do focuses on our journey. One of the other things that we say quite a bit is, it ain't perfect, but it's perfect for us. And we really think a lot about that whenever we're doing work around the house, and when we're doing our day-to-day jobs, and when things are going on, we think, this is what's good for our family. We do some things sometimes that people don't understand. We raise our own food, or try to. We garden. I heard a guy make a joke one time. You spend 6 months out of your life trying to save $3 at the grocery store with a garden. And if it was strictly about the financial savings, gardening may not make sense. And but it's not always about that. It's about, for us, it's about the journey. And this morning is a prime example. As you've seen earlier in the video, we had a beautiful turkey cooking, and we got it all prepped and got it on the smoker and cooked it all up and had it. I took it off. It was done
all night. It cooked for hours.
We cooked it. Started it last night, cooked it all night, and woke up this morning and got it out of the smoker, and it was ready to go. Temperature was right. It was ready to go, and we find out something's wrong with it. We don't know if it's bacteria or what, but it smelled terrible and stunk up the whole house. And so
I thought James had stepped in something, and I'm like, no, it ain't the turkey, it's you probably stepped in something, and no, we went inside and laid it on the counter, and our kids start coming out of all the rooms, and they're just like, oh, what is that smell? And we're like, oh, but 2020.
Yeah, we chalk it up to 2020, but You know, the nice thing is that we had
There's about
chickens
10 more chickens
running around
we had
that
butchered
we hadn't
yet.
butchered yet. They're slotted to be butchered any time. We just haven't done it yet. And so we took a couple of those and processed them out real quick, and we got them on the smoker, and they're cooking a little warmer than smoking temperature, but they'll be done in time. And so, you know, this year we won't have a turkey, we'll have chicken, but they'll be really good nonetheless.
They'll be our chickens.
It's our chickens. And it just made me, it really affirmed in me today that, it's like I told her a minute ago, next year I don't want to buy food from the grocery store, at least not our meat. We don't have the gardening thing figured out yet, and we may never figure it out, but we don't have it figured out.
We do have access to a lot of local farmers and stuff.
So we have an Amish bulk store that's close by, about an hour away, and we're able to buy, you know, better produce in bulk, and so that's, you know, that's made it a little harder to want to dive into creating all the processes to build a big garden right now.
Well, and I think too, we're in the middle of the house build, and just to have, we would have to clear land and get it prepped and ready just for gardens anyway, and just the amount of time we want our house done right now, and so that's kind of why we haven't dived into it too much. But we will have a greenhouse up next year.
Yep. But, you know, all of this has just made us think about what we're thankful for. And so we wanted to take a few minutes and just talk about some things that we're thankful for this year. But first, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to my mom and dad in Missouri. And Dad, happy birthday. His birthday's not on Thanksgiving this year. That always has thrown me off because it was on Thanksgiving when I was a kid. And some reason I think his birthday is Thanksgiving. But it's actually our youngest daughter's birthday this year's on Thanksgiving. So happy birthday to her. And I especially want to say happy Thanksgiving to my in-laws. They live in Kansas. And I've got a sister-in-law in Colorado. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Eric. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving to Sharon and her husband in Florida. So we just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, all of our family. We've got a lot of family in Kansas. We got a lot of family in Missouri. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that watches this.
And our adopted family in Arkansas.
Our adopted family, Paul and Pam, you know who you are. We love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Hate that we haven't seen you guys in a while. Hopefully we can make it down to see you. Anyways, we want to talk about something we're thankful for. So, Chels, I'll start with you. What are you thankful for this year?
Well, I wanted to add to our year back at Christmas last year when we kind of were everything James was talking about. We kind of set our mind to taking everything one day at a time last year, and focusing on the day and the tasks at hand for the day, and caring for our kids for the day, and just all that stuff, rather than planning out weeks and months and stuff. So I think us focusing on the day at hand has been a huge help for us getting through this year too. Just with everything going on, and then not to mention just all the family stuff going on, and the house building going on, and I think had we not, it could have been a much different year mentally for us. So I'm thankful we set out on that focus before we even knew what was to come for this year.
It's almost like we were being prepared beforehand to kind of know what was going to, you know, obviously we didn't have a clue what was going to happen this year with everything, but kind of like our mind was getting righted to be able to maybe not even handle it, but get through it. Because some of these things that happen, you know, when you have a loss in your family, you don't get through it. You take it a day at a time, and you figure out what life looks like today in that new, you know, I'll use the word new normal. I don't necessarily mean it the same way our politicians do, but there is a new normal that happens, and you have to kind of figure out what life looks like now. um, because of that.
Yeah. So and we haven't always done it a day at a time, focusing, but it's definitely gotten us through too.
Well, we regularly have to recenter our mind that we have to take it a day at a time and wake up today and say, what are we doing today? What are we doing today? What is a goal? What is an accomplishment we can do today? That way we feel like we've done something, we've gotten something done. Because when you look at the elephant that is our house and you try to figure out how to bite it, the old saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Well, how do you get through life in any way, shape, or form? Well, it's a day at a time. You figure it out every day. Every day opens up a whole new can of worms. Every obstacle that you face opens up a whole new list of problems and adventures. They're not always bad, but hello, kitty. Every day is a new day, and so creating that awareness in us that what does today hold?
Well, and why worry about tomorrow when there's
enough problems today? Yeah.
So we just
heard that before.
Yeah. I'm just thankful for that, and I'm thankful for so many little things, and I can just look out on our property now, and it is a disaster and just such a mess. But it's like we have wood for the winter from our land, and we have chickens to butcher, and we have a cow over there that's going to provide us meat for probably the whole year after you factor in the deer we got this year too. And the deer we got to hunt on our own land, and friends that have a ton of land that they don't hunt on that we were able to hunt on too, and our kids that are wanting to hunt now, and having a porch. That's pretty awesome.
Having a porch, a covered porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint one thing this year that I'm thankful for, specifically. And, I look at, obviously I'm thankful for my wife, and I'm thankful for my kids and my family. I mean, those things, I know people say those are the givens, and they are a given for us in our life. We're thankful for them. And it's, it's hard not to wake up sometimes and not take that for granted. And we're really trying. We've done a lot of stuff in our life this year that people don't understand.
Yeah.
We were talking about that this morning. People don't understand why. I've transitioned out of working outside of the house. I still will do things from time to time, and I still do. We still have our business that we run, and I still do things with that, but my day-to-day job now over the last, I'd say, 3 months specifically, has been focused on this house and getting our property the way we want it and doing all of that, and we're super blessed to get to do that. I know not everybody's in that boat, but we are right now. But we've sacrificed a lot. We don't have a lot on purpose, because we made it where I could. We strapped down and paid off a lot so that we didn't have to have the income coming in every month that we once did. But I'm thankful for my wife's willingness to work like she does, as hard as she does, because it was her dream when we first got married to be a stay-at-home mom, and we worked the first 8 years or so of our marriage, and I worked crazy hours and crazy jobs, and doing at some points maybe even 3 jobs, maybe not, obviously not full time, but 3 different jobs, so that she could, because it was a dream she had to stay home with our kids, and we didn't always see eye to eye on that dream, but we both knew at the end of it all, that's what we wanted for our kids. And
and while I was staying home, I found something I just absolutely enjoyed doing, and now I have a career out of it, and so that career has allowed me to still be a stay-at-home mom I do work full time, but like I get to be
She
home.
works from home.
Yeah, and it's allowed my husband to come home and be dad, and that's something I'm so thankful for too. Is yes, we homeschool our kids, but my goodness, having dad homeschool is like one of the most amazing things ever, and I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so thankful that the kids know their dad, and he's not, gone 80, 90 hours a week like he used to be. And it's just a whole different world when we both get to educate our kids and love on them and raise them together. So that's definitely one of my top thankful things.
So I'm thankful for her and her dedication to us. We've gone through some pretty rough times over the last couple of years. With my health and things like that too, which is kind of
Story for another day.
story for another day. But it's kind of spearheaded all of this adventure that we're on now, and so we'll go into that one of these days. But
If you're lucky.
if you're lucky. Anyways, we're trying not to ramble. We're starting to ramble now, guys. But we just wanted you to know how thankful we are. We're thankful that we get to wake up in the United States and be free. We know there's a lot going on right now, but we're still free, and we're thankful for that. And we're thankful that we have family around. We know that some of our family might live hours away in different states, but we still get to see you, and we still get to spend time with you, sometimes by phone, sometimes in person, however, but we still get to see you because we have the capability to be able to see you, and for the kids to see you. And we're thankful for our family. I have really good in-laws that treat our kids really, really well. They love our kids, and all I wanted for my kids was to have grandparents that loved them. I had awesome grandparents, and I have crazy memories of. Matter of fact, when my grandmother died, she was my crazy old lady. I had so many memories of her. She was crazy, and I loved it. And I wanted my kids to have that in their grandparents, and I have. Our kids have really good grandparents, and aunts and uncles and all of that. So I can't complain about my family at all. Her family maybe. No, I'm just kidding. But we can't complain about our family. Our family's awesome, and this time of year just really brings it home for us. We get to think about it, and so that's what we're thankful for this year. Guys, we didn't want to take forever. Sorry, this video got a little long-winded, but
Well, and I think it got long-winded just because the turkey threw a wrench and everything, and we just started getting really sentimental and.
Yeah, I said while we're thinking about it, we need to shoot the video. But
Yeah.
guys, this is why we say it. At the end of every one of our videos, we try to make it a point to say it. This is why we talk about live a good journey. It doesn't always make sense to everybody. It's not always what everybody else would live. Your journey is going to look so much different than mine, so much different than ours, and that's okay. But it's a good journey for you, right? It's your journey. Live a good journey.
And enjoy your family. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.